Let's actually just quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys watching this. You know, we got a lot of viewers tuning in here.
Yeah.
Did you see
30?
the photo of Jake and Felix mowing the lawn?
Oh my God.
I'm like, are you kidding? Hey, you might have to put that here in the whatever the hell.
Ladies,
But dude,
hope you're sitting on towels.
Dude, that's ruthless.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Pod Gods. We got a special guest.
I don't know if special is the word.
Very
but
special. Mr.
We'll take it.
Josh Little.
Needs?
Special needs,
Yes.
Josh Little.
Miracle.
That could
Make
work.
a wish.
Nah, come
Yeah,
on.
this
man.
was his make-a-wish. And
Happy to
we
be here.
we
Yeah,
granted
this
it.
is big.
Yeah.
This is big. Quite
Dude.
honored, actually.
This does feel weird with no headphones.
Yeah.
It does. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Do you
lie.
want those? Are you going to wear those, Josh?
No, I'm all right.
You good?
No.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you kind of got sewered with your setup there. Sorry,
I
man.
love it. I can
Yeah.
just fuck around and move around.
Yeah, you can kind of swivel as you want. What's been going on, Josh? Tell us about your life.
Who is Josh?
I mean,
Little?
I already know all of it kind of from the Around the Edge podcast, but
Oh, you know nothing. You
Well-
only know this much.
yeah. Let's hear it. What was
See,
your?
Around the Edge podcast is more like you gotta be professional. This is we
This
can
is
go off
just
the
This
anything-
is
deep end.
anything
yeah,
goes.
yeah.
So I
Tell
can
us
say
all
what I
your
want
fuck
here, eh?
ups.
Oh, well, there you go. I just said A. So for those of you that don't know, Canadian.
Hey,
Hey, sorry.
But
Go
hey,
on.
what are you looking for me?
I don't know.
What do you wanna know?
What was your childhood like? Siblings? what
geez,
your parents
we're really,
do?
We're really just going for it.
I'm interested.
Well, childhood, yeah, grew up in northern BC. If you guys know where that is.
British Columbia,
British
Canada.
Columbia.
Canada.
Yeah, so way west. My dad's from like farmland up in Timbuktu up there. So
What was the population? Is it tiny?
that's a good
Keep
question.
going. I'm gonna shut the door.
Probably just like 100,000.
that's huge. Holy shit!
50,000. Well, the city, the town-ish.
Oh, you weren't like in the city.
Well, no, that's where I was. That's where I lived. But my dad grew up on a farm, like outside of that.
Yeah.
Town, city, whatever you want to.
So you grew up in like Minneapolis of
No,
BC.
no, definitely not. No, Vancouver would be the Minneapolis
Yeah.
of BC. No, we were in like northern, like kind of up, like going to Alaska kind of thing. And it'd be like the biggest central town city in that area, essentially.
so like a Duluth. That's a
Yeah, kind of like a Duluth.
all right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'd say probably a little. Actually, how much people live in Duluth in that area?
I don't know. It's
don't know.
popular here.
I feel
just-
like it's a little smaller than Duluth, but same idea.
Yeah.
Like you're up north, and there's like that's the one spot
Yeah,
that you would live.
for sure. What was it called?
Fort St. John, BC.
John.
Yeah, no one's ever heard of it, obviously.
No.
But yeah, that's where
I
I
don't
grew
even-
up, and yeah, just freezing cold up there. Got into hockey.
Was it similar temperature to Minnesota?
I
Or
don't
even
know.
colder?
It's pretty cold up there.
Yeah.
Like
Even
I
in the
just-
summers?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was
When did you
I
move
was
here?
So young.
Or
Well, so I would have moved to Alberta when I was probably 5 or 6.
where's? I don't know. Like
So-
you said, west.
Yeah,
So BC's
so-
west.
How do I do this? People are looking at me.
Yeah.
Or like, if you're looking at me, so Seattle is here.
Yeah.
BC is right above Seattle. So
okay.
Seattle, Vancouver, right there.
Yep.
And then as you go west, Alberta's the next province. So it's like Washington and then like Montana or whatever.
Yeah.
Alberta's basically above Montana.
So Alberta's like Banff.
Alberta's
right?
Banff. So like between Vancouver and Calgary, Calgary, there's essentially like the Rocky Mountains,
Yeah.
Canadian Rockies, and like Banff, Lake Louise, everything you've heard of or seen on Instagram that's like, wow, it's amazing. That's essentially where I grew up for the majority of my childhood. Once we left BC, we went to Alberta. So it's just it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like you just see the mountains. And yeah, it's so different than living here. Like there's nothing like that, you know.
Yeah.
So just seeing that in the distance is different.
Yeah. Was so and then you went to college here at Bethel?
Yep.
Bethel.
Yep.
And is that you moved from Canada to here to go to Bethel?
No.
Okay.
I moved to the U.S. when I was 15
Oh.
for high school hockey.
Oh, okay, that's
Yep.
right.
It's usually the other way around. I feel like the Americans are going to Canada to go play hockey.
Yeah, well, we are better at hockey there, that's for sure. But
Shots fired.
I just came down here. I came down to make hockey better in Minnesota.
Yeah.
You need some more Canadian blood.
What a guy.
I'm definitely better than you after that video I saw of you.
Oh, what are you
last week.
talking about?
Oh,
The amount of bloopers I have from that.
I was gonna ask you. I want to bring that up. How many tries did it take you to actually?
We were first doing it with a pine cone,
Oh.
and I was trying to like hit it and then hit it at him.
I feel like that'd be harder.
It was,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's brutal.
yeah. So
How-
then we went to the puck, and then I was like, why am I just not using like a golf club and like bouncing it off the wedge? I don't know.
Yep.
So that's
True.
next week.
So how many?
That's awesome.
How many reps did it take you?
I probably have 10 minutes worth of video of me fucking up.
That's rough. I was gonna say you definitely didn't look like a natural out there.
No.
Did you?
Where did you go to play hockey?
Yeah.
Shattuck or something?
Shattuck St. Mary's in Faribault there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was great spot to play hockey. Obviously, if you know hockey.
Did you play any other sports?
I don't have time for that.
No, just hockey.
No, I played. Like we had to do. I think they changed the rules now, so you don't have to do a spring sport. But at least when I was at Shattuck, you had to play like a spring sport. So
Soccer?
no, I played tennis. It was just
Tennis is fun.
It was a blast though. It was a bunch of hockey punks like
fucking around.
just
Gotta do it in a spring
literally
sport.
screwing around. It's like we're only doing this because we get Chipotle on the road trips, and that's when like Chipotle just started back in the day.
Chipotle
But yeah,
sucks.
you could play lacrosse and then also baseball.
Lacrosse is dope.
So yeah, like I played lacrosse growing up, but I actually really enjoy it. But after playing hockey from September to April, it's just like just want to chill and like
Yeah,
have
yeah,
fun
yeah.
playing JV tennis.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm not here to like get
Yeah.
just get smoked out there. So then baseball, I just never was my thing. Like
So boring.
Yeah,
it's cool,
it is boring.
but-
What? So you
extremely
moved,
boring to watch,
you-
in my opinion. But
100%.
That's just a hot take.
Even, I
so.
got free tickets from my old boss to go to the Twins all the time. I think I went like once or twice.
Yeah.
It's like you get fried in the sun. and
Saints
it's
games though. It's a different vibe. I don't know if
Really?
you've
Yeah.
been.
Never been.
St. Paul
Never been.
Saints.
My brother
Yeah.
is getting married at CHS Field.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's sick.
October 8th. Shout
So-
out Max and Allison.
The office
Yeah.
is going, or we all going?
Fuck it. Let's crash it.
No, I want to, but I definitely want. That's something I want to do this summer. Is like get a huge crew to go to a Saints game.
That would be sick.
I did that last year. Bought like 50 tickets, and everyone just
Shit.
it's like $10-12. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so it's a blast though because it's way smaller. It just feels like you're at a local ballpark.
Yeah, it's like a
almost. It's really
hangout.
nice, but it's just smaller and it's a different vibe.
I went to the old field, and it was really fun though. It was like the crowd was live, and
Yeah.
everybody, like you would say, it was buzzing.
Yeah, boys were buzzing.
People were
that's for sure.
drinking, yelling.
Yep.
Now that you moved here, though, have you ever thought about moving back, or are you here to stay?
I'm here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Jeez, just hitting me.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to leave at this point. Like
Yeah.
I've lived here, I moved here in 06, so I was 15. I'm 31 now.
Wow.
So it's like half my life.
Old ass.
So old
Yikes.
compared to you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
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 Well, you're the old guy, Jake.
Hey,
Here.
I don't want to talk
Well, I
about
mean, look
it.
at his beard. It's
Look
all
at his
gray.
beard, man. We
Next-
can't even get
next
anything close to that.
subject.
See, this is still red. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just been here for so long.
Yeah.
You know, and then you kind of bounce, junior hockey between college and high school. So I was doing that. So a little bit of everywhere. But once I was here for college, and then you have all your friends, it's kind of hard to leave.
Have your parents come down to visit at all? Or do you just
Yeah,
go
once
there?
in a while. My mom was here this summer.
Yeah.
But COVID and all that was just.
Right.
where do they live now?
They're
Alberta?
still in Canada. Yeah, they moved back to BC, closer
Think
to
they'll
my
ever
parents.
move here? Or?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to get some houses for them and some.
Wait, I know a guy.
My
that can
mother-in-law's
help
right.
him.
What?
No, so hopefully one day. I think they'd be open to it for sure because all their kids are doing stuff. My one sister lives. My youngest sister still lives there, but 2 other sisters in California.
What do they do?
Way smarter than me. One's like a water engineer in Orange County area.
Okay.
And then the other one's up in like San Jose area, San Francisco.
Nice.
She works for like a robot healthcare company. It's crazy, actually.
Yeah.
How old are they?
They're probably a couple years younger than me. Yeah, 28, 27 or something like that.
You're the oldest?
I'm 31.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, I'm 31. They're 29 and 28. And then littlest is like 23 or
What do you
something.
want to know how old they are, Brady?
Is that one single?
Not at all. She got a boyfriend.
Shit. Damn.
And she's in Canada. Let's be real.
Hey.
I'd move to Canada, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You honestly don't want to move there
I
right
was
now.
just gonna ask, what are your
not to get too political.
let's
here.
get into it. What are your thoughts on Canada now? Has it changed a lot since, like, have you seen it change a lot since you've left? Politically?
In what way? Oh, politically. Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. Anyway.
Get into the deep political
Yeah, not to
talks.
get into it too much, but not a fan of what's going on
Sure.
right now politically there,
Yeah.
you could say. There's obviously there's a
Canceled.
lot going on and lots of opinions and all that, but
I hear you.
yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I in that sense, that's where my parents, I think, are open to
That why they're open to moving?
a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, that's a whole rabbit hole. I don't know if we want to, how much time we got.
No, I mean, whatever.
No, but like I love it. Like, I obviously grew up there and proud Canadian and hockey, right? Like, it's just like if it's Canada USA for a hockey game, it's like do or die. Like, there's nothing more important, you know. So I still have that deep down,
of course,
realistically. But at the same time, I haven't lived there for quite a while. I don't have friends in that area. All my friends are in Minnesota. So it's,
oh, really? Do you still?
Where my parents live now, we have some family there, but I don't
Sure.
have all my childhood friends would be in Alberta. So yeah, I got hypothetically a couple friends there or whatever that.
Yeah.
But like all my closest friends are here now.
Yeah, you
after
kinda made
college
here.
and doing all that. So
What do your friends do back home? Like, what's like the usual like jobs, I guess, that they would have? I mean, you're a mortgage broker. You
yeah,
came
I think
from
it's
insurance.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
Overall, like, oh, I'm an accountant or work
Sure.
at the bank. You know, Calgary's we lived outside of Calgary 15 minutes, so
Yeah.
it's the same as like going to downtown Minneapolis for any one of those corporate jobs.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
feel like that was a pretty generic question. I feel
Yeah.
like.
it's just seeing if Canada is actually different in
Yeah,
certain.
right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to, because I feel like even the accent of Minnesotans are similar to Canadians in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like when I went to military
Ours is
school.
better, but yeah. You know,
Right. I went to military school in.
doesn't deny it at all. Yeah, no, you're right.
No, he's not.
It's true. I went to military school in Texas, and everybody could tell that I had an accent.
Ooh, military school.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just-
your
yeah.
parents just were like, we got to get rid of this guy.
Kinda. Dude, really though, I was a fuck
Dude, you
up
actually went to military school?
for like a semester in 10th grade, and but
Dude, so like dorms.
yeah,
like,
barracks. Yeah, Marine Military Academy in Harlingen, Texas. It's like the,
So what is that like?
the butthole of the U.S. It's so bad.
So what were the dorms like though? Was like everyone was in that room together, or were they,
so
they split up a bit?
It was 2 in a room. There's
Okay.
a bunk. It's in a like legitimate like barracks. Like,
But the rooms were crap, like super small.
dude, it was
Just-
like it was shit. It wasn't like, and it was expensive as fuck.
How long were you there?
Like 5 months. But it seemed like, when you're that young, it seems like an eternity. But some of my friends are like some of my best friends I still talk to.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's actually so Shattuck used to be a military school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
didn't
all
even know
guys,
that.
military school, 1800s or something crazy.
Yeah.
When I was there, it was the 150th anniversary in like 06 to 20. I think 2010 was the 150th anniversary.
Damn.
So it still has like the vibe, like the architecture,
Yeah.
and there's like a huge parade field where they would have done their drills and all that stuff. So yeah, and dorms and like the cafeteria, and like you have to be every night there's check-in, and Obviously not
Oh, yeah.
to the same extent as like a legit military school, whatever that might have been like, but
I kind of want to.
similar structure. Like,
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
Okay, let's do it. Should we
Oh,
put a tinfoil hat on too?
That would be so funny if we actually. Aliens. What are your thoughts on aliens? We'll start with Brady.
Obviously.
Oh, this will be good.
The
Obviously, they're
universe
real.
is so fucking big.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be something out there. You're
Right.
telling me there's nothing? If you do, you're a liar.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
I'm not saying like they're gonna come and like invade and like kill us all, but they
I
might.
feel like they're already here working with our government. I feel like a lot of people here are
Ooh,
aliens.
Jake, this is good.
Let's get into it.
This is juicy.
I swear, I feel like
Juicy like a starburst.
I feel like humans are alien hybrids and we're like without even us knowing, I feel like we're working for the aliens. Like somehow they use us and we're just here to like live and not, I don't know.
Hey, I'm not opposed to the thought at all.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. It's for me to have a strong stance is hard because
Yeah.
it's like I don't freaking know, but at the same time, nothing surprises me anymore. How
Yeah.
about that? Like I'm not opposed. Like
That's a good
everything
answer.
that's happened is like I feel like there's more going on personally. It's like
Yes.
I don't know what exactly or like who's calling the shot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's
Like,
there's
to me,
the
there's
government
just a lot
and then
going on.
there's like whatever's above the government. That's, I feel like I heard a quote one time. It was like the president, there's like seven layers above
we're getting into
the
this,
president.
man. I was not expecting it.
Fuck it. This
Wait,
isn't
wait,
like
wait, what?
like there's,
Can you
know,
explain what are you talking
this
about,
thing's
Jake?
So,
driving me
like,
nuts. So
The
you know, like
president's here, and then there's someone above him.
like
and
we think of the president as like that's the top dog, that's the chief, that's the whatever. I read or heard somewhere that like there's like layers above that control what actually happens in the world,
like
like the shadow government, I guess, the global elite that
Who do you think it
run
is?
the businesses. There's like BlackRock and all the big companies that actually control everything we eat, the pharmaceutical companies, what we view on the media. The president is just like the puppet that's put into place that we can blame for all our problems, when really it's the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the... Am I wrong?
We're just getting deep.
Am I wrong? Fuck it.
I think you might have some validity to what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
But I didn't realize we were going into this
I don't
stuff.
know.
you just got canceled last week. Like, you're gonna get canceled again out here.
Fuck it. I'm not suicidal.
What'd you get canceled for last week?
We were doing word association. Brady said a word, and
Oh,
We
and then it
can
got
bleep
brought.
it out, right?
I bleeped it out. Oh yeah, I'll bleep this out.
I said, and he just goes, pass.
Yeah, there was just a lot of.
Dude, I bet we're gonna get
that'll
we're
get
gonna get flagged for sure after everything you just
We'll
said.
be on a list somewhere.
It's the Andrew Tate theory, right?
Yeah,
Once
first
you're on a
they'll,
list, yeah.
they'll cancel all our social medias, and then they'll
And then
put us in jail, and then they'll suicide us.
Yeah. So, just waiting for him to get
Josh is
suicide.
like,
You know,
what did I get into here?
Yeah,
This
you
is shoot. I think I got a client call. I'll be right back.
What's
Can we talk about Starburst? And the worst flavor? Can you guess what the worst
yellow?
flavor is?
Orange is the worst flavor.
How about
Yellow.
the best flavor though?
What's the
Pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, there we
Red
go.
is second best.
Yellow is just, I don't even want to eat these.
Yeah, yellow's a dud. Is that what you gave me, a yellow one? It's
That's
still
tough.
sitting on my
You want 4 more?
No. Those are just like paperweights.
Just getting rid of them.
So you became a mortgage broker, though. Let's get back into it.
What the hell?
So we should probably just put a warning in like when we post it from like
Yeah.
5 minutes to 10 minutes. Maybe just don't listen to
Put it on
that.
the Patreon. You've been like extremely successful coming into the mortgage world and absolutely crushing it. You came from
Extremely.
Fairway?
Wow. It's big.
Seriously though, you came from Fairway,
Yep.
and you know there's people that get into it and
Yo,
grind.
so bad.
Why are you eating it?
I was hoping it was going to be better.
But seriously though, you've in the first first month or two, I just remember sitting across from you and you being like, dude, I got another lead. Dude, I got another lead. It was like over and over and over. And you come in early, you stay late. What's that whole experience been like for you?
Yeah, it's been great, man. The switch has been amazing, to put it lightly, right?
Yeah.
It's just been, I feel like ever since I got here, things just ramped up another level, which is awesome. So a little bit of obviously like being at Edge now, being a broker, having that flexibility has been huge. And then also just length in the industry now, like you're starting to talk to people that you had talked with last year that weren't ready to buy and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's definitely a combo of kind of everything.
Yeah.
But like obviously the team here is awesome. You know, being around you is okay.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Dude, that fucker took my spot upstairs. I'm not over that. There's this guy. I had a spot. It wasn't actually like my spot,
That,
but
you didn't,
Oh,
but
the one that
that's
you were
'cause
at,
You
like,
gotta
last
leave your
week?
stuff out. You gotta claim it. more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one you were at last week?
yeah,
It's already gone? Damn.
yeah. So I was like, "Fuck
Well,
it."
there's more. There's more
but
cubes.
I'm just
you know,
being
you
a
can
whiny
take-
little bitch.
Anyways, yeah, the team's awesome. Like just being around Tom and Trino and
Yeah,
you know Sid and Melby and Kornberg and Jose, and I'm thinking of every name except Mike because that's tough. Obviously.
yeah. Mike's little lazy turd.
He's the one guy.
Hardest working guy here.
Not at all. I don't think that guy works.
Yeah,
Just in Florida all the time.
Yeah.
But no, it's awesome. Like the team's awesome. The vibe here, everyone's grinding. Everyone's available for questions. Like I still have a lot to learn.
Right.
You know, you're always learning.
Yep.
I'm sure you could attest to that.
For sure.
But it's nice to have the resources. So
Oh, for sure. And like, do you think with hockey, do you think that had a play in your hard work, in the grind, in your motivation? Like, do you think that was one of the reasons why you are who you are?
I think so. Yeah, it's kind of you build that over the years. You know,
Yeah.
it's you have something you're shooting for, and you do everything you can in your power to make it happen. You know,
Yeah.
I think hockey. Anyone that plays a sport at a relatively high level, they obviously had to put a lot of work in. And
Yep.
you know, coming from Canada, hockey is like nice. Jake just tripped over a wire offset. I'm sure you guys can't see that.
That
but,
sucks. Run it back. All right,
swear
welcome
if-
back
I
to
swear
another
if you
podcast.
Please tell me you recorded everything so far.
He's usually pretty good at that.
But yeah, I feel like anyone that's like was an athlete at a decent level, there's just like another level of grind
Yeah.
or just
No, I get
you know
it.
what I mean?
I do.
Work ethic, all that good stuff. So
No, I the reason I asked that question is because I think of my golf career and like everything I did with golf like made me the hard worker I am today and makes me just the reason I work hard is because of the grind I put in with golf.
yeah, and you saw the results too. Work
and
harder than the people around you.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like we're in a job where, which has been an adjustment, you literally don't get paid anything
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
you do something. You know?
Has that been
If
scary for
you're
you?
paying your expenses, like I pay for the credit report or whatever before. So it's like you're literally your own person. So
Yeah.
you better show up and
Do your job.
you know you work hard. Good things are going to happen
Yeah,
for sure
exactly.
and all that. But it's definitely connected. I'm sure to just playing hockey and being extremely competitive. Don't like to lose. So
yeah.
Yeah.
you know here we are.
What's like the end goal though? So you're crushing it right now. You're still relatively new to Edge. You're doing well. You're working hard. I know in the Around the Edge podcast you had said to want to be able to provide for your family and kind of you grew up in kind of a humble beginnings. What's your goal? Do you want to start a team? Get LOAs under you that you can kind of just kind of like what Tom does. Say something. I'm just kidding. I'm just
You
kidding.
asshole.
Don't ignore
Trying to eat,
me.
bro. I was trying to go farther back from the microphone for you.
You're good, dude.
Good question. So more specifically to the job, well, yeah, just in general, like I definitely want to. Yeah, I think we grew up pretty humble, and I guess we had everything we needed in general, but nothing crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
I remember going to hockey practice in like our big brown Chevy van that literally would look like something you could maybe go rust bucket.
Yeah.
You go camping with it.
Yeah.
Like 3-tone brown color. Like we joke about it. And we'd go to hockey.
Do you still have it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That thing is long gone.
Okay. That would have been kind of cool.
You know, we'd take that to hockey practice at 6 a.m. The heat wouldn't start heating until we like got to the rink.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I don't think, we had what we needed for sure, but nothing like nothing crazy.
Nothing fancy.
You know, my dad was like a professor growing up, and mom.
Professor of what? Or what did he?
Just a business prof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. More in like a smaller almost community college or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. So I don't think we definitely didn't have a ton growing up per se. And then I think my dad kind of started making better money for a couple, like 4 or 5 years through when I was in high school, kind of why I was able to go to Shattuck at the time and all that. So, we had a lot of stuff happen where everything kind of got, swooped away, you could say, and everything kind of flipped. And it's when you get into some of that stuff and losing houses and, all that stuff, it's not ideal. So it's ever since then, my parents they're doing fine, but we've gone through a lot for sure and dealing with a lot of that stuff. And
what does your mom do?
so she does like I don't know, she's kind of figuring out work stuff right now, but in the past she's done like massage therapy stuff,
oh, sure.
kind of health healing along those lines. So she loves that stuff. She's really good at it. So she kind of does some of that and just looking for another kind of odd part-time job or whatever,
Sure.
So
Is your dad still working?
yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's kind of doing more like contracting, construction stuff a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Working for someone or whatever. So he's kind of grinding right now, doing all that. And so definitely different lines of work than before, for sure. I think everything I'm striving for is like I definitely want to be able to provide for them in some way at some point. Yeah. I'm not there yet by any means, but.
Do you have like a plan kind of, or like an idea, like I was saying, maybe of like, getting big enough to where kind of like what Tom's doing, like I said, like having 4 LOAs that you can kind of hand off, your volume's getting too big and you can delegate.
I think one step at a time for sure. I'm like, I'm still building this thing, figuring out how to do it, how to be consistent, how to truly even get close to that level. I'm still nowhere near that, right? Not even close. So I wouldn't be opposed to the idea. I don't think I see myself being like a Tom per se to that magnitude.
Right.
I think, and he's a beast. He knows what he's doing and he works his tail off. He works a lot.
Yeah.
And he's crushes it for a reason.
Definitely have to make a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah. So I think for me, I think I'd probably want a little bit more of a balance. But I don't know. That's just, he's awesome. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
Everyone's built different and, but yeah, I definitely want to obviously crush it. But I definitely want to like get into buying properties and like kind of doing that whole thing of, I'm not definitely just kind of property a year kind of thing. I don't just to start building that. I think that'd be
investments and
definitely
stuff.
In my game plan and long-term plan. So kind of newer to that side of it, and I think that could help my mortgage side too, of like being able to speak to my experiences to clients that want to do the same thing.
I think there's do you know Alexi? She's part of Edge. I don't know where she lives, but she always posts like videos of like she does like Airbnbs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she always posts videos of like stuff that she's fucked up on and like it's kind of like trial by fire. You're just kind of going through it and figuring it out as you go.
Yep. Definitely.
I've always had a problem with that where I'd have to make the mistake to learn from it.
Yep.
I can't learn from the mistakes of others.
Yep.
It's like a character trait that I hate. Where like my dad growing up would always be like, okay, don't do that or this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'd think somehow I could be like, well, no, I can figure it. There's going to be a way where I can, not fuck up and.
Got to be a way to make it work.
Yeah, there's got to be a way. And lo and behold, he was right every time.
There's a reason, trial by
Seriously.
fire. You know, that's the saying, right? So it's hard to say. There's still so much to figure out, and still in the early stages of building this business, and so
That's
it's
good.
been trial. You know, fire. You know. You've heard me on phone calls. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but you've
oh boy, like what? I don't even know what to say on this call coming
Yeah.
up. This is going to be fun.
But you listen to others, and
Yeah.
you're able to take direction. And I feel like one thing you're good at is, sorry, but I feel like I'm just jabbering.
No, I love it.
I feel like one thing
take a
you're
nap
good
over.
at is, or at least I'm not good at, is I always future trip. I think about, it's hard for me to stay present. I'm thinking about
Yep.
a week or two from now, or like 2 weeks back of what happened.
Yep.
And I'm never able to just think about the present. And I feel like you're really good at that. And just like focusing on the things in front of you.
Yep.
And I feel like that you've been able to succeed by
I
by
think
doing that.
That's fair. And I feel like every day my to-do list is like 30,000 things. You know, it's like I can't even think about past the next hour.
Right.
I'm like, what's the most important? You know, so that's a big. I don't know how you've experienced that on your side of things, but
Yeah.
just like the prioritization of like what needs. I could do. There's so much that needs to be done today.
Yeah.
But like what actually matters, what's gonna put food on the table,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
sooner than, you know what I mean? So it's, and I feel like there's always something to do, even with making your business better with like your social footprint or online or your Google page. Just like there's always something you could do to
Oh yeah.
be better
Never
and
ending.
all that. So it's, future thinking, I guess, there's a healthy balance,
Yeah.
if that's,
No, I agree with that. And you said he's really present. Like, how do you think you're really present? Like, how are you present? Is it just like a trait that you've always had? Do you like meditate? Do you journal? Do you do anything like that?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of part of me to some extent. I think, like, you know, faith is a big part of my life too. So definitely kind of, how do I say that? Yeah, just like giving up my career, my life, everything, you know, to God is kind of a big part of how I operate. So trying not, like, it's easy to worry about stuff or this or that, like in the future, worst case scenario, this or that.
Yeah. My life.
So I think definitely, that could be a piece of, for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of like
being-
let go, let God.
Yeah, sure. That, you know, cliche saying,
Right.
but also at times it's pretty necessary. And I've had, even just being at Edge, there's been some tough times, tough situations, like not being able to sleep because of, you know, it's like, I'm sure you've had that stuff, and it's crazy how, and it's funny now because they all closed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I think about the crap I was worrying about on probably 2 or 3 files, certain situations. You know, I know you heard a lot of those combos, and it's just like it all worked out. You know,
It always does, right?
Yeah, so I think that's hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah.
You know,
So funny. I've been in similar situations where I'll be so in my own head and what if, and I have to make this phone call, I have to do whatever.
Yep.
And then to see someone else in a similar situation like you had to make a tough phone call.
Yep.
For me, it's like, man, that was me. It's like, I just need to chill out and just like, what's the worst that could happen?
That's the thing. It's just like we just gotta battle through it. Like,
You'll
let's just
find-
solve the problem.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is, and how you deliver it, right, and all that. But that's part of learning on the job too.
For sure.
So,
Jesus.
Excuse you.
Sorry.
yeah, geez,
You
easy,
okay?
buddy.
I'm good. You talked about faith. What is? Have you gone to like church your whole life? What's faith been like to you?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Grew up with it, or?
Yeah, I think definitely like my parents for sure. Kind of that was a part of how they grew up.
Sure.
Definitely, you know, grew up going to church quite a bit as kids, Sunday school, all that kind of stuff. Go youth group, whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely like during hockey, it's like, oh, we got hockey on Sunday. Like we're definitely going to hockey. So that was, you know, hockey trump church there.
Right.
But
God would understand.
whether that's right or wrong, I'll let you guys decide.
He'll forgive you.
Yeah. No, but it's definitely, I think so. Just part of my life growing up, like, through my family, I guess. But I wasn't really. I don't think I really took it serious until about college, personally. Like I feel like I always was. Maybe I'm a good guy or whatever, but at the same time, whatever. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone's on a journey. But I think through college, when our family was going through a lot of really tough stuff with kind of just stuff I mentioned already, but
finances,
a lot of the finances stuff, and we had a house in Minnesota, a house in Canada. You lose the house in Minnesota, you lose the house in Canada, like bankruptcy, losing everything. Parents are living at a friend's house, like what the heck's going on? So I think there was just a lot. I think at that time I was in a pretty tough spot. To be real, it's like, and you can't do anything. Like I'm a college student,
helpless.
And then I had got hockey stuff, didn't work out. I had got hurt from kind of a accident, and
is that with the lawnmower?
That whole thing. And so it was just like I was
fucking what
in a really good
can you expand on that? Because I remember he almost skipped over it until I interrupted Tom. I was like, "Can you just tell us about?" Because I didn't know. I was just genuinely interested. Like, tell me about what happened. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It would have been sophomore year at Shattuck, so I went there freshman year.
Yeah.
So you get there your first year, and it's just like, holy crap! Like these guys are sick. And, hockey's insane. That freshman year, I lived there by myself, so I was 15. Parents dropped me off in Minnesota, and everyone went home again. Literally. So like, I'm at boarding school. Obviously, here to play hockey, not get whipped into shape like Jake, but. So that first year, just you're learning a ton, and then it's like sophomore year, it's like let's go time. Like you're up to speed on the level of hockey, like all that, like what Shattuck's all about. So my whole family moved down sophomore year. Like my sisters, my mom, we got that townhome across the street from school, and everything was great. Family's here now. That's super cool. But during tryouts. Basically, like the hill, there's like a hill behind, like between the school and where the townhomes were that we lived. And so there's this huge hill, and obviously being like HOA, right? You're paying for the HOA fee. They mow the grass for you and all that sort of stuff. So basically there's this hill, and with the hill, like the grass and all that was flat up here. So basically like there's this huge rock wall that kind of goes down with the hill and the sidewalk and the road. And so this guy was mowing the lawn on one of those huge John Deere, like on a farm,
riding
like
lawnmower.
Massive, just, and I was 15, 16, like $130, $140. Dude, I'm like $170 right now, right? It's like I was small. And he literally ended up like flipping this lawnmower. So I saw it from a distance. He's like driving a lawnmower at a 90 degree, like sideways. And I'm like, this doesn't look good. Like all this stuff.
This guy's an idiot.
And no joke, like, so he's mowing the lawn and then just head over heels, like 10, 12 foot rock wall drop, like onto the sidewalk with the lawnmower falling right on top of him. And so it was just like I saw it like
instinct.
A football field away, right? Like I saw it happening, and then it happened, and then all I remember was just like adrenaline. Like this guy's like, help, he's like screaming for help, so like thankfully like the
blades are
on the top, but this guy's still like underneath this lawnmower, just crushed. Well, whatever. He's screaming for help, not in a good spot. So. Who knows if no one was around, whatever, right? Like, you never know if you get hit in the right spot and you're, like, under pressure and then you...
Internal bleeding?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, that's all hypothetical. But essentially, I ran over to help him, and I remember it was so heavy. Like, at least at the time for me, to even... I just remember doing anything I could to, like, lift it slightly so that he could kind of wiggle out. So thankfully got him out from under that.
That's crazy.
And it was just like later that night in tryouts, I started like having this pain in my like kind of lower body, like my sit bone. Like essentially when you're sitting on a wooden chair, you can kind of feel the bone.
Yeah.
And so like your groin, your hamstring, your adductors, they all essentially kind of loop in and attach to these like sit bones. And just talking with doctors and everything, it's like people typically don't have that injury unless their body was pushed past like what it's capable of withstanding. Like you're in a do or die situation, you know.
Right.
You know, I hate to put that term on it. You just never know. But like, I was the only one around that was there to help the guy.
Adrenaline,
right?
you feel like it's literally life or
something
death.
just kind of yanked enough, pulled enough, tore enough that like threw my whole lower body off. And so then I just had this like sharp pain in this one spot, and it was brutal. Like I didn't play that whole year.
Is it depressing?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. Like you're and I had made the second best team at the school, and like I'm on like U16 tier 1, like this is sick, like scouts, like you know, all this cool stuff. And it was a bummer. Like obviously my family had come down that year, and then you make the team because it was halfway through tryouts, I remember, and so I ended up still making the team even though I didn't skate the last few days, and so that was awesome. But yeah, just couldn't get healthy, and it was such a...
Whatever happened to the guy?
I have no idea.
Did he
Not
live?
even a thank you.
I'm
just kidding.
No, he was like... So yeah, I don't remember.
So he got out though, and then
he was
okay.
Help came. He was good. I think he didn't want help. I was like, dude, like we don't. I just remember him.
Dude,
being
I'm drunk. Don't call anybody.
I just remember him being like, I'm good. Like, thanks, man. Like, all good though. Like, I'm good. I just gotta finish the job now. Yeah. So I don't. I have no idea. I've never seen him again in my life. I don't even know what he looks like.
It's kind of a blessing though. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all perspective, but.
Who knows? Whatever that.
Yeah.
But that was just a situation. So essentially, everything traced back to clearly like that situation is how, because nothing. I felt fine, right? Like there was nothing. That's the only thing that makes sense that I would have pulled something the same day. Like it all comes back to that
1,000-pound lawnmower.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know, 1,000 might be pushing it, but you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like a couple hundred pounds, whatever it was. So. But yeah, that was a tough year. Obviously didn't get to play, and so it took a while to heal essentially, and kind of started playing again a little bit into junior year.
Just not the same, or
it took time. So I was already behind the 8 ball, right? It's like I didn't play that whole year, missed the first month a bit of my junior year. So I kind of got put on the team that was like between U16 and then between U16 and then the prep team, which is like, you know, the best U18, like Shattuck prep. Yeah. So I was kind of in like that in-between team because I was too old for the U16 now, and then Yeah. So not that it's a bad team by any means, but I played on that team junior year, so you're kind of catching up to all the players that you were kind of on par with, I guess.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So at the start of sophomore year, so... Especially at that level, like it's so hard to. If a guy has a whole year of hockey ahead of you,
a week, I'm sure it's like.
Yeah, well, you just a whole year of hockey. That's a lot. Realistically,
is that similar to you with your golf?
What about it?
Well, I mean, you were like the top dog, right?
Yeah.
Probably because you worked the hardest, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
Do you think any of it was like natural talent, or do you think it was? I mean, talent can only get you so far. Do you feel
there's
like
no talent with Brady? No natural talent.
Yeah. I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I'm a pretty athletic guy. Like even some of my friends, like we went bowling a bunch. Like that. Remember that 2 weeks I went bowling like 6 times, and then I bowled like a 222, and my buddies are like,
weirdo. You did not bowl that when we went bowling.
I know.
Right? Yeah, I think you bowled 85.
Yeah. Right. But
him and Kayla.
They're like,
yeah, that was tough. Kayla had a tough day that day.
45 or something.
They're like, how the hell are you doing that? And they're just like, I'm just athletic. Like the eye-hand coordination's just always been there for me. Yep. It's like in my genes, and I feel like that helped golf. But obviously, just being a hard worker, just doing it my whole.
Was your dad, or is he athletic?
Yeah.
Is he a golfer? Is he a good golfer?
Yeah, he's a pretty solid golfer.
Not as good as you.
I'm actually playing in a tournament with him tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Little 2-man
What's
best
on the
ball.
line?
Daddy Holland.
I don't know. Maybe some money. I don't know. Pro shop money or something.
Love it.
A house.
A house?
Cosign for a house.
Dude, I wish.
Yeah.
I want
Get her
that
done.
house.
Get her done.
Yeah.
I want that house.
Dude, there was such a sick house.
Where?
There still is. Zimmerman.
Yeah, there still is like 1,000+ views on Zillow.
How much is it?
$350.
Yeah.
Pretty good spot though for.
It's on a lake.
Fucking lake, too. 2 decks, like
How long has it been on the market? Not sold or?
today.
Came on the market today.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
that thing is gonna be going for
If it's already
410.
here still.
cash buyer coming for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
got
maybe
another.
Jake would chip in for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you on a couple.
Yeah, you want to co-sign?
Yeah, right.
He's got enough going on with his own house right
Yeah,
now.
no shot. Yeah.
Oh,
fucking
man.
Plumbing and
Brutal.
yeah, mailbox still needs to be fixed.
Yeah, no, every time I pick up the drugs from the mailbox, it's
Yeah.
the super drugs.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot about that.
I love it.
Going back to, I wanted to talk about faith again though, because I remember growing up, I had a phase in my life where for a while I went to like this church, kind of because everybody went and I wanted to
Yeah.
fit in and hang out with everybody. So every like Wednesday, and then they had
Peer
like,
pressured into it.
dude, I
Dude,
was,
you got roped in, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, drinking
Don't let
the
him do
Kool-Aid.
that to you, man.
No, but and then I was kind of like, after a while, I was like, yeah, fuck this is stupid. And you know, for a while, I was like, I'm not going. Fucking nerds go to church, like those
Seriously,
weirdo
dude.
goody. That's what I felt like, though.
Bunch of
really,
weirdos, yeah.
And
No.
then now later in life, I'm like, man, I wish I grew up with it, because if it's not instilled early on, it's hard to become a believer later in life. For me, to like try and convince myself, because I'm already like I don't want to say like a deep thing, but I always like am like, there's just no way.
You're a deep thinker.
I
yeah,
don't
that's for sure.
have like, it's fine to have like blind faith, and people say, oh, you know, this is a miracle and this happened, and I've never had that,
Yeah.
or that I've like noticed or acknowledged. But I'm like envious of people that are just like, can boldly say, thank God, thanks to God I'm here, thank
Yeah.
God I'm, you know, in the position I'm at, and
Yeah.
you know, just full like wholeheartedly believe.
Yeah.
Have you ever like had any doubt that there was a God, or any time where you're like, you know, there's no way, you know, the Bible contradicts itself at certain
Yeah.
points, or had questioned it ever?
Yeah, I think definitely.
Probably normal, right?
I feel like
Definitely,
everybody
I think that's
has.
pretty normal for
Yeah.
sure. There's always some of that back and forth. You know, I think, like I was saying, in college, that's when we were going through a lot of crap, and that's when I was like, I just felt like I was at the point like there's nothing else I could do. I was just in such a bad place. I was just not.
Rock bottom.
Yeah, that was pretty rock bottom, honestly, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest. Because
I
like
feel
my
that.
hockey nothing worked out with hockey. Like when you go to Shattuck, you know,
That's why you go.
that's why you go. Like it's a pipeline to D1 and NHL for some guys too, right? So it's like, looking back, that was already one. Like I was one of 3 guys on the prep team my senior year. So 17 out of 20 played Division I hockey.
Damn.
4 got drafted to the NHL, and I was one of the 3 that didn't. So I always battled with that of like, wow, I failed. Like I failed so much in hockey. It's unbelievable. Like I had such an opportunity like to go to Shattuck, and I like just, not that I squandered it or whatever, but
Yeah.
like, we had a lot of stuff going on, like, and hockey really got put on the back burner after I graduated, because that's when everything hit and money was super tight. Everyone was
Yeah.
working to help the family, like all that stuff. So I think I was going, like, junior hockey did not go well, because after Shattuck, that was like the peak, and then our life just got flipped upside
Sure.
down. So I was playing junior hockey, bouncing around, like nowhere near the player I was when I was at Shattuck, and didn't have the resources anymore. Like, you know, there was just a lot.
But some people would grow resentful and say, you know, like, fuck you, God, for
Yeah.
letting me miss an opportunity, you know. And then how did you find that of
Yeah,
like, thank God I'm, you know.
Well, that's a good question. So to keep going with that, it's like, yeah, when I got to college and like we're going through a lot of this stuff, and I think it's the real testament to like just my faith and all that is like looking back on, like I'm 31 now. Yeah, I feel like we've gone through quite a bit as a family personally with all that stuff too, and it's like you look back at all like the blessings from like everything that's happened, and like, oh, I didn't play Division I hockey. Okay, that was one of my number 1 goals. So I was trying to play D3 hockey because there's no D2, and I'll stick around in Minnesota. And so at the time, like Bethel flew me down from Canada for a tour and all that, and I was looking at St. Thomas and Hamlin as well, and I was just like, I wasn't fully into my faith at that time per se. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a Christian or whatever, but not actually. And it was just so like, I remember that being a time like Bethel, like going to Bethel, obviously it's a faith-based, MIAC school compared to, not that everyone's affiliated, I guess, but
right.
I would definitely consider Bethel like an actual faith Christian school versus a St. Thomas, for instance. Not in any bad or good way.
A lot of drug addicts from St. Thomas.
Yeah. Lots. But,
lots.
Yeah, so I think tons, man.
Yeah.
But like even that was just a huge thing. Like going to Bethel, I just felt like, not to be cheesy, but like I'm supposed to go to Bethel. It's so evident, the culture and just everyone there. Like I need to be there. I need to like get into my faith. Like it was just like I'm going to Bethel. It was just so clear. Like that's where I'm supposed to go. And my injury had come back playing junior hockey, so I never really ended up like playing hockey there and any of that. But that was like originally the goal, right? So yeah, that was tough, like having hockey ripped out of my life. But like looking back, it's the people I met at Bethel, and the community and the guys. Like I honestly think I have the best friends in the world, and they're all just. We were all kind of grew together faith-wise, I would say too. Like I look back freshman year and I was like a pretty big idiot, like not in a bad way, but like. Oh yeah, like we partied, like we had a blast, like
whiskey and tacos.
Whiskey and tacos. Yeah, we still do whiskey and tacos.
I know, just give me shit.
But yeah, no, it's not like I was not a fruitful life from my perspective, I guess. I was in the dumps, like I was just doing anything to numb the pain of like, I failed in hockey, my family is going through hell and back right now, and so I think it's. Yeah, looking back on like where I'm at now, and like I'm in Minnesota and the community I have here and the people willing to help me and it's just all like these awesome faith families, which is sweet, and just like my guys they literally do anything for me.
Like-minded people.
I got like, honestly, we used to have a huge, we called it Boys Brekkie, and we did it before COVID, so every 2 Saturdays we just had like a huge Bible study and pancakes, eggs, bacon, and we'd do a huge study and like eat a ton of food, and there'd honestly be 20 to 40 guys depending on the day, like every 2 Saturdays. And so that's where it's like, it's kind of when you kind of say the comment about like, oh, just nerds do that stuff or whatever. It's like it was so cool to like have this community. It's like these guys are freaking studs. These are like top guys crushing it in sales. They're top athletes playing Division I sports, like, and like all these guys just banded together. And like I had so much at the time, like there was stuff going on with my family. And like, for instance, an amazing story was like, I don't remember how much money it was, but we were going through court stuff and lawyers, and like I was doing what I could, but we needed a little more money. And it's like, someone without me asking is like shoots a message to the boys, hey, like Josh, if anyone's willing to help with Josh and his family, feel free to chip in. And it's like I'm getting like Venmos for $50, $100, like $500, like. So it was like just like stuff like that, where
I was about to tear up for a second.
No, it's cool. It's just it's just amazing, like looking back, and there's just so many instances where I feel God's come through, and just like, not to be cheesy or speak a different language, but like prayer, like when you pray for certain things and then it like actually happens, or it doesn't happen in something like that was totally better. Like to me that, and I know if you're not into that stuff, I get it. Like it's a total different way of thinking, but that's where it's just like, that's where I'm like, no, there's definitely a God to me. So in that sense. So
nerd.
I just
no, I love that though. I seriously
like,
do.
I'm not gonna get into like arguing on this, right? It's like that's just like this is
what you believe.
This is my story. This is what I've experienced, and
I love that.
I've seen a lot of people's lives change for the better, big time. That I've kind of stepped into that. So
No, I
don't want to bore Brady over there though.
No,
He's
no,
getting
like
a-
it happened to me personally though too. Like when I was at college, I hit rock bottom. Not
Yeah.
your situation, but similar situation where I was depressed, kind of hated myself for everything I was doing, all the decisions I was making.
Yep.
Then I decided to get into real estate, and I actually started to really try to like focus on like my religion and like read different books, and that really helped me like
Better yourself.
better myself and
Yep.
better my business, and just really helped me be a better person in general. And I think that really helped me like mature a lot faster than some other 21-year-olds. So,
which I can totally see. Honestly, I forget you're like 21, right?
Yeah.
Or 23.
I just turned 21 like in a month ago.
Yeah,
So.
that's awesome.
So
and
crazy.
like to see what you're doing already, like that's sick.
Yeah,
like,
thanks,
good
man.
for you,
I
right?
appreciate it. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dude, when I was 21.
Yeah, when I was 21, dude,
Yikes,
I was a dude. This is actually funny. I was I would have been playing junior hockey up until 20, and then I went freshman year Bethel when I turned 21 in September, and I was starting 4 years of college.
Dude,
Isn't that crazy?
21?
And you're 21, he's already closing deals.
Dude, I was the biggest D-gen, just oof.
But that's cool though. Everyone's like got
Everyone's story
It's
is
so easy
different.
to compare.
Yeah.
Of like, oh well, I wish I would have. I should have never went to college, right? And you just started doing mortgages or
Yeah,
something. It's like
right.
you don't know what you don't know at the time.
You
You're
have
just
no
like
clue
you're
what's
on your
gonna happen.
journey. And I was like, this is the door that opens. Hey, I'm a little bit older when I started, but I still got time.
Oh yeah.
Like people change stuff when they're 50 and then they crush it or whatever.
oh,
Like it
yeah,
doesn't matter at all.
It don't matter at all.
So
I wanted to ask one last thing. Your family went through that financial issues, and your life got turned upside down. What do you feel like that brought you closer? Because I used to work at a nursing home, and I would see, grandma or grandpa die, and it would just tear families apart. Finances.
Oh,
It
yeah.
And are your parents still together?
yeah.
Wow.
Thank God.
That's
honestly.
huge.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yep.
Was that tough on your mom and dad? Did they
yeah.
stick together as a team, or could you tell they're kind of drifting apart? They're getting mad.
It was definitely tough for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to get too into it, right? But like,
You can do it, yeah.
it was. That's not easy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. When life happens and like there's real stuff going on, like it, and I'm not in that spot, right? Like being married and like
Right.
doing all that stuff. Like that's just. But sometimes that's life. You have real stuff that happens where it's like, dang, this is hard. And there was rough patches, but in the end, like stuck together and things have kind of eased up a bit.
Are they closer than ever? Or are they still?
I think it's actually pretty good right now, which is
Yeah.
awesome. So it's
that's cool.
It's
I love
Your,
man.
Yeah.
your parents are still together too.
Yeah, and they've been through a lot.
Yeah. Fuck.
Similar situation,
Yeah.
like 08, like they went through some shit,
yeah,
and
it's not fun.
couldn't even tell you. I mean, I was 6 at the time. They made me think that everything was fine.
Totally.
Yeah.
Which was incredible.
Yep.
Because I know.
But
it
now you
was-
know more now.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
I'm like,
this
holy
is
shit. Like,
yeah.
How did I didn't even know.
Yeah,
It's
and then like
yeah.
you're making your own money now, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the real world. It's tough. Like,
It's
Fuck yeah.
yeah. So
I'm just grateful I can live at home still for right now, and just
dude,
Awesome
as
house
long as you
too.
can, man.
This house. We did a podcast there with his mom last week.
Sure.
I walk up. It's in O-Rock. It's like,
Yeah, you
It's-
said I don't even never heard of this place.
I
Like,
didn't
what
either.
the
I thought it was a
heck?
restaurant. And I walk up to
Hopefully
the
I get the
house.
invite one day to
Dude,
see
it's,
it.
we should. It'd be
Yeah.
sick. I walk up to the house, so, and it's just like beautiful yard, little rambler, not little, but like rambler, one level.
Yeah.
You walk in, it's so deep, and it turns into this 2-level, huge log cabin looking house.
Sick.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
Log
sick.
cabins are unreal,
Dude.
Like, I just
Fucking animals on the wall, fucking like
so cool,
little arcade room, bar area.
unreal.
it's hard to move out.
Dude.
Yeah,
But I'm also like I want to start gaining my own wealth and
gas
like,
money
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
though, and yeah,
dude.
It's
Put
sick.
10,000 miles in my car in 2 months.
That's insane. That's like
I'm
3
saving up
you
for a
should get a
car,
little
not a
closer to the
house.
city.
Like,
yeah.
I know, but I don't want to rent. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck
that's
that.
totally reasonable.
I know.
And your rent's probably what, $100 right now? or nothing?
If that.
Nothing right now.
Dude, that's
I
awesome.
just paid
That
my
is
phone
awesome.
and insurance and
Yeah.
all that. And
Well,
they're
wow,
fine.
you're a
You have a
big
car
boy,
payment?
really paying the bills.
Huh?
Car payment?
My car's paid off.
Wow.
Dang, look
Not
at
for
this
long,
guy.
no. Not
Look
for
at this
long.
guy.
I'm
Jeez.
like 140,000 miles.
Dude,
Like I'm just worried
my
that
car
there's
is
Dude,
gonna
how
be
do we, I just
shit.
want to be like Brady, man.
Yeah. When I grow up, I want to be like Brady.
Yeah.
Let's talk,
awesome.
let's talk about your love life. We always talk about my
yeah.
love life, so fuck y'all. We're not talking
Yeah.
about mine today.
Yeah.
I just want to hear about yours.
No,
honestly.
it's off limits today.
And Jake's.
Oh,
No.
God.
Gene,
And
we love
Felix,
Gene.
honestly. I'd
Gene's
rather just
great.
talk about Felix.
Yeah,
Gene and Felix. Oh, Felix is coming today.
Is he?
What?
Let's go.
Yeah. My mom's dropping him off. And,
Let's go.
Because Josh is here, I was like, hey, can you drop Felix off?
Actually?
Yeah.
No.
I swear, this morning I asked her. Yeah.
Dude, hopefully,
gonna be a
hopefully they
golfer
come
one
when.
day.
Think so?
I'm gonna make him a golfer.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come. I got clients coming picking up the moving truck, and they can like meet.
Either
Fel-
way, I'm
meet
glad so I
Felix.
don't have to stop at her house to pick him up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But
But
yeah,
let's actually just quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys watching this. You know, we got a lot of viewers tuning in here.
Yeah.
Did you see the
30?
photo of Jake and Felix mowing
Oh
the lawn?
my god.
I'm like, are you? Hey, you might have to put that here in the whatever the hell.
Ladies,
But dude,
hope you're sitting on towels.
Dude, that's ruthless.
No, yeah, dude,
Legend.
he's
Probably the most likes you've ever gotten. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah, the validation was. I'm still thriving off it, dude.
Screenshotted every comment, every
dude.
like.
Anybody that'll listen.
That's awesome.
Dude. Yeah, he's the best. He really
Such a
is,
stud,
and-
dude.
Yeah,
He is a stud.
He's gonna, dude. The ladies are gonna be loving him one
He's
day.
great. Whenever I
what a
bring him
guy.
out, Gene's always worried about me going to the grocery store alone with him because every girl or woman is always like, "Oh my god!" Because a dad bringing their kid to the
Dude,
store
that's
is just
so
like,
funny.
You know,
Do you have a ring on?
a ring.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I don't, dude. I'm
Dude,
still
where's your ring?
engaged. We're not
Yeah.
officially married.
Well, don't you have like an engagement ring?
No, is that a thing? She has an engagement ring. I thought
my brother has an engagement
Don't
ring.
guys
Oh.
do something?
I almost bought myself one, but I thought that would be weird to be like, I don't know.
We
Should I just do
or
it?
is that more? I don't. Maybe
Because
it's,
I had the same thought. I was like, do guys wear engagement rings?
Dude, I don't even
It's
know.
a wedding ring.
I might go see my brother tonight.
Ask him. Yeah,
I'll
Yeah,
ask
see if-
Group chat us and let us know what he thinks.
I feel. Yeah, dude. I wanna, yeah, let me know.
Speaking, are you and remind me of your girlfriend again? What's her name?
Ashley?
Dude, come on. You literally were just with her.
I know. What's
Jennifer?
her? No,
Man,
Is it like a J-
Susan.
what?
Susan.
Is that it?
It's with an A.
Suzanne?
Ashley? It's
Hey.
not Ashley.
Oh, we are guessing.
Dude, I was vaped
Anna.
up on. No, it's
Come on.
Amanda.
Man. Abby.
Oh,
Abby.
God.
Fuck.
I've been with
Why do you make me feel
Abby's.
so bad, dude? You
Well,
know,
'cause
my
you're-
memory is like.
Dude, you met her, dude. Like,
I have
come
dad
on.
memory.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's
No,
all
she's
good.
really sweet though. Do you
I
so do
appreciate
you
that.
You
guys
guys live together, right? Like an apartment or something right now?
No, I live with some of the boys right now.
Oh, that's
Abby? Fuck, how would I?
that's
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
No.
They're the boys, you know.
Josh is
I'm
a
getting
good guy.
sick of them, honestly. I think I'm moving out soon.
Oh
Getting
yeah,
that
with
duplex?
Abby.
No, I don't think so. Not quite yet. I don't think we've.
How long have you guys been together?
It's been like 8 months, probably.
Oh, okay.
That's
something
pretty
like
new
that.
then. Yeah.
So,
Do you guys go
Yeah.
to church together? And
yeah, when
she-
she's not skipping out, yeah.
yeah,
She,
Shots fired.
God's watching.
no, she does night shifts for nursing. So
Oh, nice.
she'll kind of, depending on the schedule, right? It's like she's not coming on certain weekends or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
when she's free, definitely.
That's
we're
awesome.
there,
How's
so.
how'd you guys meet?
At church. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's, it would have
Had-
been just, go ahead.
Had you known her a long time before that, or did you
Is that
kind
like a
of
cover up for Tinder, or is
Yeah.
that like
church
No,
dating?
actually, believe it or not, I actually like known her brother a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit. So, brother's a good buddy, and so we would just kind of get together, and she'd be around once in a while, and then you just start doing stuff as groups, and I don't know, just kind of naturally, you know. It's like,
Got
oh,
that Josh Riz.
yeah,
Just,
no, so
I haven't heard Riz in a long
Hey,
time.
us young guys, we got our lingo.
Gotta stay
and-
hip.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I've never heard
It's a
that.
young person's thing,
Yeah.
so don't worry about it,
I don't know.
Josh.
You know what
You
that
old shit.
What are you, 36?
34.
34. All right. Yeah, there you go. So,
That's
but yeah,
That's
crazy.
awesome.
so no, it's all, that's
You're
kind of how we
34.
met. And yeah, here we are.
Do you want kids in the
Yeah,
future?
definitely.
Yeah. How
You'd
many?
be a good dad.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Josh would be a
Hopefully a
fucking
hockey dad,
awesome
right?
dad.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
100%.
I
Yeah.
wish I would have played hockey. It's honestly
Should've.
one of my biggest regrets was
Yeah.
playing basketball.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also got like 4 concussions in
Basketball
basketball.
is a bunch of floppers, man.
So
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
I played basketball.
Well, if you saw LeBron last night,
I did.
Flop god.
nation.
got beer spilt on him. Did you see
Oh,
that?
poor guy.
Did he
Like,
really?
Yeah. The fan gave him a towel. to wipe
Not
it
a
off.
fan personally. I'll let it be known. Not a LeBron.
He's a
fan.
fraud. Every book he has is some woke book. Sorry.
Whoa.
Some book, and it's always on the first page, and he's
No,
just
he's woke big time.
Yeah,
I'm not.
just a fraud.
Anyways, sorry.
What about Ja Morant? Have you seen those videos?
the
Do you know who that guy is?
gunslinging IG thug.
I know who that is. I don't really know who you're
he's-
referencing, but I've heard of the guy.
He's been cut. No, not once, but twice.
Got
like
suspended.
swinging a gun around in like an Instagram live video.
Imagine
That's
having
ridiculous.
a full.
What are
He's
you
got-
doing?
He's one of the. He's an all-star in the NBA. One of the best NBA players in the game right now.
Highest paid, one of the highest paid,
Yeah,
and he's
now
Dude.
he's just been a thug, and he went to like a private Catholic school, like.
Yep.
great parents.
Yeah, like great life living
Not
up,
that
and now
that
he's
should-
like he's got to like make up for his past time, so he's got to be a thug. Like, what is going on?
But he's in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just making a ton of money, like
Oh, just absurd.
Generational wealth.
being a great example for the
hanging
youth.
out with idiots.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's actually crazy to me. Like, it's
What is he
kind of
thinking?
sad. Like,
It's very
Yeah.
sad.
you're on such a stage where you could be actually
Like
such, like an
leading.
amazing example.
Yep.
And
For
if
kids.
you've stewarded your money, you know, so many.
I don't like it.
That's just a bummer.
If I was a 7-foot black man with
Sure.
amazing NBA skills, I would be saving my money.
Yeah. Being Canadian did not help my draw making the NBA.
No, but seriously
Skinny white boy, that's for sure.
You,
though, I hear you,
got,
man.
you got any fake teeth?
No, thankfully
No?
not.
Oh,
Dude,
Any
I did-
fights?
I got I was in 2 fights in my hockey career.
Damn.
One for one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
One time I actually took this guy, which was great.
What's his name?
No clue, dude, I don't remember.
Steve?
fuck
It
you,
was just in
Steve.
junior.
Steve, fuck you. Team Josh over here.
It was a good tilt. Like it was someone more my stature, like kind
Yeah.
of skinnier, offensive guy, right?
It was equal. It was.
Yeah, it was pretty equal. And we were just, we had a couple good back and forths. And I remember just kind of being the guy that like took him down and ended
Yeah.
up on top of him, kind of as bad as that sounds, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Took him
That's what
down.
he said.
yeah.
Got him. Thanks for watching, guys. It's over.
And then the other one, I remember I got smoked from behind by this like huge D man.
Huge D, man.
Yeah. Sorry, defenseman.
Okay, all right.
Hockey terminology, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
smoked me. I remember getting up and just being so pissed. And I just like went to like got the first like 2 punches on him, and then I remember him just pumping me. Like it
Yeah.
absolutely just
All these terms are just.
And you're just like, fuck
absolutely
that.
just fed me.
Yeah.
And then thankfully I never but I remember my mouth being like kind of bloody and like all
Swollen
that.
and-
But thankfully I never lost any teeth
Yeah.
officially,
Yeah.
which was great.
You got a good set of teeth.
Yeah, I ended up getting like I got like
braces
jaw
or
surgery
anything?
and braces.
what?
Oh yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was.
Damn.
I don't suggest it, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's nice that it's done now.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
good.
for real.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Dude,
good times.
Josh, you're awesome. Literally everybody here loves you. Good energy. Tom and I were talking about it. It's even on the boat, we're partying, having a good time. You're just good energy. It's like
Dude, that was so fun.
it was fun, and there's just never like I get moody. We all get moody, but you're always like a stable source of just joy to be around and positive energy. And
I appreciate
we appreciate
that, man.
it.
Well, when the wobble comes on and we're on Minnetonka, wasn't that the song? Like the
Dude,
when we were all dancing.
I was 3 sheets to the wind off Tom's vape.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably were.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, that's why I'm like, fuck, no wonder I didn't
If you
remember
got some
Abby's
good
name.
beats on a boat on the lake, it's
the
not that hard to get me
luce.
dancing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was a
So.
good time.
Sounds like we should go out.
I'm sure.
Go out,
yeah.
go down to
We
town.
could probably,
We
we
should.
can talk to Tom.
Yeah.
I don't know if Brady will make the cut, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll have
is he
tryouts.
here? Let me go whip him into
I
shape.
don't think Tom is here.
Oh, Tom's actually a part-timer now.
Yeah.
He left at noon today. So
Yeah.
What?
it's like
the
this
fuck?
guy doesn't even work anymore. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's crazy.
I'll have to talk to him.
So,
I'll have to sit him down. Cool. Well, Josh, thanks for doing this. I know it was a wild up and down
Well,
conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
God, we
emotional
were all over
moment,
Yeah,
all
we
over
hit it all.
starburst.
we hit it all.
Yeah.
You want a yellow
Yeah,
starburst
if you ever-
for
if
the
you ever
road?
need
Because
me
I
again
don't.
to-
Yeah.
This is awful.
Yeah.
Pink for the win.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
100%.
no, huge honor to be on here with you two legends, and
Pod gods.
You're the best, man.
look forward to next time.
Cool. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.